Hey guys, how are you today? I hope you're well. So this is Ed from Villegas Firms. Today I want to talk about another good question that was actually sent to us this week, and it's related to back taxes. So I'm going to go ahead and follow. It says, I haven't filed in 5 years. I was worried because I didn't know how to handle my situation properly and disregarded until I got a notice at my job that my checks were going to be less since the government was taking their pay through my check. Can I still file back taxes? Hmm. So, guys, I know many of you guys haven't filed, and don't feel bad. Don't feel terrible. I mean, this is not to kill you. Don't kill yourself either. But do be worried, especially if you do receive, something called an NPA. If you don't know what an NPA is, it's a notice of proposed assessment. So the government gives you an estimate, and they say, hey, according to bank deposits for the bank Chase or Wells Fargo or your bank ending in this, they reported that this much was this much came in deposits. So in this case, you're actually gonna have to report whatever that was deposited in the bank, okay, and including your other income as well that was not reported. But if you have at least 3 years of taxes, right, that's a statute of limitations according to the tax code. So if you have 5 years of taxes and they're asking about 3 years, right, or X amount of years, you're limited to 3 years. So, for example, in this case, it's 2020. You have 2019, 2018, and 2017 to actually take care of. Now, an exception to this, and the only exception in the entire tax code, is that if your case is actually something that the government thinks is fraudulent. So, if the government thinks that you're doing fraud, you're committing fraud, which is very hard to actually occur, then there is no limitation. So they can go as back as 1989 or as low as 1950. I mean, if you're still around, but nonetheless, if you have a fraud case, then you might consider, you know, looking into hiring a professional that's going to help you with tax resolution, right? Now, if your case is not related to fraud, which is over half of the times typically, um, then 3 years is going to be your go to. So, and to prove a fraudulent case, this means that at least you're omitting 25% of your gross income. So it can be through deductions, it can be through many other things where you're telling the government a story through your paperwork, and the story just doesn't make sense. So every single thing we do in our life is a story, right? It's a story and it has to make sense. So in this case, if, since you haven't filed, I recommend you to file 3 years, and and then consider getting transcripts from the IRS and from the state, so you can know exactly what is going to be your current situation. Because when we service our clients, what we do is if they don't know their situation, chances are that we don't know either. So how do we plan the attack? So the way we plan the attack is simple. We go online or we call, and what we do is we request for transcripts, and that's like going to the doctor and getting your medical records. So the medical records come from this hospital, they come from this other healthcare facility, and we do an analysis of what it is that is actually going on with you currently, and then we evaluate that with the other corresponding information. So, guys, if you owe back taxes, make sure you file, and make sure you find a way to set up a payment plan with them. And if you have no idea what to do, give us a call. Like I said, what we normally do is we hear you out. We take a look at every single document, everything that you have of a question, concern, or matter that you want to discuss, and then what we do is we propose a solution. Propose a solution. Typically, the solution starts with gathering transcripts, record transcripts, and then actual return transcripts. So that's something that might be useful to you. Okay, if you're wondering if you're looking for a firm to hire, then I would consider working with transcripts. Consider filing your at least 3 years of taxes. And if you have a very difficult case, which is probably a fraud case, then it's very hard to get the fraud title on you. But if you do, then call us. We have solutions for that. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and we wish you the best.